So what was a day in the life?
Mm-hmm. In that higher prison? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so, they lock you in at 10 o'clock at night, and then things open up around 6, and now you can move around a little bit. They restrict your movement every hour. They have to check and know where people are, and then 4 or 5 times a day they count you, and that they call that counting. They take that very seriously. But let's say, for me, in the very beginning, the first 3 months, I had to work in the kitchen, which is a requirement.
So you have a job?
You have to get that particular job.
Okay.
You have to have a job, but you have to have that particular job in the kitchen for every inmate. That's in the prison manual from the Bureau of Prisons. As a matter of practice, the warden and the powers that be don't really care. Mm-hmm. If you can get another job and there's enough people in the kitchen, you don't have to go there.
Got it.
Right? And I was told that by some of my new friends moments after I got in. Gov, you want to avoid that kitchen. Unless you want to go down there and steal food and have a hustle up here, because you can make it, you can do good on commissary and get a lot of stamps.
Right.
Okay. I said, I'm not interested in that. I'd like to avoid the kitchen.
Right.
And so I got a job as a tutor, which is perfect. I'd teach 1 day a week. I mean, and the cops there were mostly extremely good, the guards, and they were more than happy to hire me. Okay. So I got that job, and then I was told by my case manager, you got to go to the kitchen. The warden nixed it. Okay. So then I got another job. I went to the rec area where they have a great weight room, because I was determined to work out and exercise a lot, which I did.
Sure.
That'd be a great job. I can sweep floors and make sure the weights are in their proper places and work out while you're working. I got that job right away. The warden nixed it. Then I got another job. Okay. Library, nixed it. I got 5 jobs, all posted. That means you got the job. Nixed by the warden. My case manager says, stop doing this. He's determined to put you in the kitchen because unlike the rule where if you get another job, it doesn't matter. You, however, are high profile, and he doesn't want a story saying you got special treatment,
right,
even though everybody else got it,
but
you're getting a job that's in violation of the manual, right? So I had to work in the kitchen for 3 months, and I got up real early, like at 5 in the morning, start working there maybe 5:36. I get up about 5:30. You work start at 6 in the kitchen warehouse. My boss was a guy by the name of Mr. Moore, excellent guy from Chicago. His mother lives in the south side of Chicago, and he told me she voted for me every time. God bless her. But he was really good to me. And you have to work the kitchen warehouse from like 6 in the morning till about noon. And, he was good because they were going to put me on pots and pans, and which is a horseshit job.
Yep.
And he felt like they were embarrassing me to do that. And he was from Chicago, and he looked after me. And so he got me that warehouse spot. And the word among the inmates was, and by the way, I was mostly making $5 a month in all my prison jobs. So for most of my time, it was $63 a year was my income. I went to college for that, and law school for that, right? But that job was a great paying job. It paid you $65 a month. And if you did a good job, you get a $35 bonus. You can get as much as $35 in bonus, $100 a month, which he did for me. I did. I worked hard, and it was good. I was lifting up 100-pound bags of rice and beans and stuff, and all the different stuff you got to do in the warehouse. But the word in the prison was, the gov, he's getting special treatment because of his connections. And some of those guys were spreading the word, and they truly believed that Obama himself had called to get me out of pots and pans and put me in the warehouse where I had to pick up rice bags.
Oh, my goodness.
Right.
Wow.
Let me make it clear. Obama had never called on my behalf, and the guy ran and is still running to this day.
So I'm curious, did you have a best friend at this time?
Yes, I did.
And who was he? What did he do to get in there?
One or several.
Whoever you want to talk about.
Friends that I got to know over the years,
Yeah.
many of them. And I'm in contact with several of them to this day.
Are all of them out, or are some of them still in there?
I think most of my good friends have made it out finally. You know, my friend, his nickname is Spade, but he's in Denver. He got out. He got a 25-year sentence, drug dealer. He got out about a year ago, so he's back, and he's a rap. He does rap.
Okay.
And he's got rap aspirations, and I think he's really good. And I hope people take a look at him. His last name is Moore.
Okay.
But one of the guys that became one of my best friends early on was a guy by the name of Walter Hill. I don't think he'd mind me saying this because he liked attention. And, you know, a black guy from East St. Louis, Illinois, who had met me years before when I was governor. He was apparently some liquor license commissioner down there. And he got jammed up in some of the stuff he was doing in that position. So he preceded me to that prison. But he had relative to my sentence, I think he might have had 3.5 years or something. I had the 14. But I was his governor, and as soon as I walked in there, he welcomed me with open arms, and he helped guide me through the process. And he's a real colorful personality and kind of a controversial figure. But he was a friend, and he's still in touch. And then I made a friend of a guy that was in there. He was a real estate developer in Beverly Hills and got in serious trouble and had a 17-year sentence. And he and I became friends. But no, I had a lot of friends. I made friends, and you know, look, you're going to inevitably have conflict with some people because you're with a bunch of guys for a long period of time, and there are going to be some things that you want and they want, and there's just some people that just don't like you, right? Yeah. So it wasn't 8 years without conflict, but I would say for the most part, I was treated very well by the other inmates.